Hi, my name is Hannah Sullivan, and my two words are unsatisfied and worthy. Like many other people in these videos, I grew up as a Christian in a set church where we went to church every Sunday, and I was very involved with Vacation Bible Study, Sunday School, and choir. I also grew up to what I call as a normal family, where both of my parents had worked, and when my dad came home, we would have family dinner. Then when my sisters and I went to bed, my dad would come upstairs and he would pray with us. And this was our routine. That all changed one day when I came home from 5th grade and I saw that my dad was sitting in the living room wanting to talk to us. He told us that day that he was leaving our family, and I didn't really understand why. But he ended up moving a half an hour away and left my mom to take care of herself, my 3 sisters and I, and our family home. We ended up losing that home and we continued to move every year. We didn't go to church in those years and until we found the Creek, which is the church that I got baptized in. I got baptized 2 years after my parents got divorced. I was searching for the acceptance and the love that I couldn't find with my dad, and I was sure that if I got baptized, Christ could give that to me. And He can, if you let Him and you decide to live that life. But because I wasn't living that life, I became very depressed and angry in middle school, and I lost a lot of friends. And then in high school, it got way worse. I decided to search for a boy in a relationship because I had an emptiness void in my heart, and I was sure that those relationships could fill that. What I didn't know was that God loved me and God wanted to fill that void, but I just did not let Him. All of those relationships ended up failing, and I felt not accepted, unworthy, and unwanted by my dad and all of those boyfriends. I became very angry and frustrated in my life, and I was very unsatisfied. I decided to run away, and I moved in with my best friend 2 years into my high school years. I blamed God for all of my problems, and because of that, I didn't have a relationship with Him at all. My senior year became very hard for me because I didn't have family support, a boyfriend, or a relationship with God. Because of all of these, I hit rock bottom in my rebellious teenage ways. So in January of my senior year, I was out of options and I started to journal. I started them with Dear God, but I felt dumb because I didn't really have a relationship with Him. Then I wrote one day, "Don't worry, God, I'm coming back to you." When I graduated, I received a letter from my church talking about an incoming college freshman retreat, and it was in that weekend that my entire relationship with Christ was changed. I wrote to Him thanking Him for saving me, and He opened His arms up to me and I finally jumped into them. It was also at that retreat that I learned that Cru was offered here at Ball State, and when I moved into my dorm, I realized that my RA was in it too. I agreed to go to the first meeting with her, and since then, my entire relationship with the Lord has grown ever so strong. I now know that I am a worthy daughter of Christ. I am accepted and loved by Him, and He is now the #1 man in my life, and Him and I have a great relationship. Him and I share so much love. I know that He loves me, and I love Him. My favorite verse in the Bible is Philippians 4:13, which says, "I can do all things in Christ who gives me strength." And that is my daily reminder to keep going because God is right here with me. And He's there for you too. So what are you waiting for? Ask me about my 2 words.